Hi, I'm Terrence Lennon of Ivory Key Productions, and today we're going to show you how to do multiple routing in Kontakt so you can set up discrete channels inside your DAW. Today we'll be using Protools and we'll be using Kontakt 3 for the sake of this posting from the Native Instruments forum, where I have taken a copy of the Urban Arsenal core sound, saved it to an Urban Arsenal NKI file so I can open it up in Kontakt without core and do this this really unique routing scheme. So we've already inserted a copy of the Kontakt 3 on our DAW, and the first thing we need to do is set up the routing. Now this routing setup that you'll do will be retained from now on. You only have to do this once. You can also change it in the future, or you can modify it anytime you like, but it's not that you have to set this up for every use of this application. So we'll go up to the show hide routing or mixer, and your mixer should look something like this at the bottom of Kontakt. Your main stereo outputs and your 4 aux channels. This is the way it should come right out of the box. First thing we're going to do is we're going to add a couple of channels. For Pro Tools, it says for changes to become effective, please close and reopen the session. In Pro Tools, they're talking about the Pro Tools session. Your DAW may work differently, where if you just close the plugin and reopen it, it will take effect. However, Pro Tools has this form of registering these outputs at the time when Pro Tools is started. So we say OK, and here's our first channel. You can name this channel anything you want. We're just going to go for sub 1. We add another channel. We're going to call this sub 2. Add another channel, and we'll call this sub 3. You can add as many as you want. You can make them mono or stereo. You can make a combination of either or. But for the sake of this for this video, we're just going to create 4 for now. So the next thing you need to do is actually assign these to one of the internal ports in Kontakt. So that's done with this configuration button. So sub 1 right now is not connected to any of the internal outputs for this plugin. So we're going to create this. Here's our main 1 and 2. We're going to take the next one down, which is aux 1. Aux 1, which is also not routed to anything, or if it is, it'll move down because you cannot delete the aux tracks. They will simply move along, and we want to keep our outs contiguous with our main. It's better that way. Actually, if you try to use one of the unassigned, what will happen is by time this gets reset, they will actually go up to the aux anyway. So we're going to take the next one for the left side, right side, plug in 3 and 4. To the next one, sub 2, come here. We're going to assign the first one, aux. And this one, go to the next one, sub 3. We're going to take aux 3, 1, and aux 3, number 2. And the next one is the auxiliary, and you can see aux 1, aux 2. Seems like you're copying, but as I said, this aux will actually go down to a number higher than the last created or newly created output. So we say OK, and we'll say make default. It says output configuration has been saved, and that's how we create our subgroups. Again, you could call these anything you want. Sub to me makes more sense. You could call it bus 1, bus 2, or whatever you'd like. Now we could close our application because we have to register these outputs with our DAW.